Hello everyone, here Eu in a new podcast. Today we want to talk about what I'm supposed to include and how I'm supposed to organize my backpack. As you know, on my adventure between the Netherlands and Finisterre in Spain, I'm gonna stay trekking for more than 2,000 kilometers. And something that is really important is have everything organized. That's gonna be easy to every day put it in, put it out, have under control what is more needed and control as well the weight of each individual package or bag that I am using. And I wanted to share with all of you how I distribute all of this and how I am organizing everything. Okay guys? So starting, this is a 85 liter bag, the Aether Plus 85 for the brand Osprey. I don't lie to you. Another day I'm gonna do a review about it. I'm gonna explain you how great is this backpack for this kind of adventure. I'm gonna stay 4 months, so I needed something really good. And our colleagues of Osprey really did a really good job with this specific backpack. But for today, what we have is material, organization, and distribution in the different backpack. Hopefully you can see it. Starting from the bottom, well, on the bottom, basically this is really important part of the backpack. This is the cover that is waterproof. It's given when you buy this kind of bags, and it's a nice color, by the way. I am happy with it. I tested, and really helps when it's not chilling. It's when it's really heavy rain. It helps a lot. So I put it in the first pocket. Something that helped me as well in terms of practicity is that I include these triangle shorts, waterproof as well, are designed for the people that is running in the mountain, that is hiking, and needs something that is really practical, elastic, resistant. This is, believe me, 80 grams. It's not heavy at all. It's water resistant, and I've been testing during the last month in the Netherlands, and it's perfect. So what I do is I include it together in this small pocket at the bottom of the backpack, and the reason why is because if really starts raining, I put it back and I know exactly where it is, and I don't have to open all the core of the backpack and start searching exactly where I put it. It's something that is practical, and is a tip for all of you. This is what I use as first layer. It's waterproof. That is cool. If rains a lot, I put a poncho. That is like this one as well. Another day we want to talk about this poncho. It is the best in the market. In my opinion, it is the best. It is the best. But for today, it's important. I wanted to share with you the brand Ferrino. Well, all of you know already this brand. You can Google it. It's super cool. It's open in this size. But today is not the day that we're talking about this. So, first zip, we put all the waterproof covers. The second one, that is quite big as well, that is in the bottom. What is important is in the bottom you don't put really all the weight over there. It's important to put a bit of distribution on the top and behind the neck. And in the bottom, it's important to put a bit of weight, but not too much. The really important and the most quantity of weight that you're supposed to put is in your bag, as close as possible. So what I did is, in the bottom I put pillow. It's true that many people maybe goes directly to hotels and it's not needed. In my case, I visit my friends in campings, in student hotels, and wherever I can, because the budget purposes I cannot spend 100 or 120 euros every night. So a pillow, this cost $9.99 I think in Decathlon, and it's really comfy, and it's what I use, and I put it in the first level. Then as well, another coat that waterproof. You never know. I like to change sometimes, depends of the weather, if it's warmer or not, or if it's more rainy, I change the North Face. Another time, perhaps you wanna see it, that I am using a green one, is this one. So as well, in this first level, the poncho, that another day I'm gonna explain you. And then also first aid with creams, with some pills, anti-inflammatory stuff, tape, important things that yes you need and you must bring with you, and more with this 4 months of adventure. What we have here as well are the travel shed as well. This is something that also I put in the bottom because it's quite, I would say that it's quite easy to include in this first level. It's not heavy at all. These guys really saved me in many situations. I really recommend you. It's a shed that really is a really good brand, recognized, Cocoon. And basically I am not bringing any extra equipment to sleep at night, extra bag, sleeping bag or anything like that. So this is something that that covers me, and is bringing me there different levels and different degrees where you can get protected at night. This is a +7 degrees. They are better, of course, for people that goes to really expeditions in mountain. For me, this is not the top one that is protecting and is giving you +10 degrees, and not the basic one for camping in summertime that is cotton, that is +2 degrees. I think that this is +7. This is the Performer edition. You can Google it later, and it's giving me extra 7 degrees. So if one day I'm going really a student house, or I have to sleep in a coach, or whatever is the experience, and it's a bit cold, because all of us know that when we're visiting this kind of houses, at night sometimes they switch off. This is the key, and is, I don't know, 200 grams, between 200 and 300 grams. Top. It's a top product, and I really useful, and I recommend you guys. So this is coming to the bottom. Then what we have else? In this there are many bags. That is really cool. What I like to do is as well, doesn't matter the order, but we can start already in the core. This kind of backpacks they have for the camelback. Yes, the camelback is that instrument, that bag, a plastic bag that also helps you to put liquid with you, if you are thirsty, it's giving you a pipe where you can suck it and get water. In my case, I like to go with a normal bottle. I don't use a camelback at all, and it's a perfect location to put my laptop. As you know, I am creating this kind of podcast and material on a daily basis, and I am traveling with my laptop, so I need a specific place. And as you can see, I'm not sure if you see it, is this thing, this pink thing. It goes perfect in the camelback. It's not moving, there is no vibration at all. To me, it's amazing and fits perfectly. Then, what we have extra over here? We have different bags with different weights. Each individual properly closed. You can buy these small bags and exist in all the top mountain brands. However, I found it in Decathlon really for 10 euros, 15 euros, and they are giving you 3. And is another tip. You can put everything in order, or the clothes. Here I have the casual clothes. I recommend all of you also for this kind of adventures, go with something that is not heavy at all, and that you can reuse it in different scenarios. So jeans, another pant as well, those ones that have zip over here that you can remove it and put it on, put it off, and then depends of the weather. If it's really warm, you can just remove it and you spend 30 seconds. this kind of material, clever material. I have one of those and one jean here because I don't like to go all day after a long journey with a pyjama at 5 in the afternoon. No, I like to go a bit casual, and jeans that are not the tight ones, the super cool ones that usually we are using all of us to go out to dinner, not those ones. I use another that are more elastic and more comfortable, and they look like really good, and they are not heavy, so for me are perfect and are accepted worldwide. So go with jeans is the most common thing that all of us were doing, so this is cool. A couple of shirts, not like this, that is a thermic one, a normal of shirts, and that's all. All of this, I try to check what is the heaviest one, is this one, and this I'm gonna put it already in this part, this in the lower back, yes? So I'm gonna already put it in the lower back. And here the trick is that as heavier it is, closer to your skin have to go and closer to your back has to go for the distribution of the weight, the total weight. So it is important that between the belt that you are using in your hip and the power of all the strips that you are using, as close, as less vibration you are having in inside the travel bag, much better, because then you are not suffering during your journey. Every detail is really important, guys, and you have to consider all of these things in terms of distribution, that everything is calculated, that all the weights are well distributed, right, left, because if not, you're gonna suffer and you will not be compensated, and then you are working for 5 hours daily, and after a week you have pain more in one specific leg, and the reason why is because the distribution is not correct and your body is not well balanced, and you are suffering, and then your leg is suffering, or your toe, or yeah, you know what I mean. So this is the reason why I put the heaviest thing as closer to my back. As well, one of the things that, this is the key, by the way, Vaseline for my foot. Before and after every journey, I do a massage with a bit of Vaseline between the little fingers, and this is the key. So this specific bag that is a bit heavier because it's with all the things that I need, the shampoo, the cream to shave myself, etc, etc. This is, I would say, that is the thing that is the heavier thing that I am using. I'm gonna go directly to this area, yes, the middle of my back. So we have two already things that are quite heavy, that are basically in the core of my backpack. What else? Here, what I say is the leggings and the trousers that I am using, pants that I am using, and I'm gonna put it in next to it in one side. Then, in terms of capacity, these are the other set of shirts that I am using, 5 thermics and 5 as well long sleeves that I am using that in my day-to-day. So all of them together, I know where to put it. Is the grey bag, always I remember, it's not too heavy, and it's true that in terms of volume is a bit bigger than the other one. However, for distribution purposes, I put it in the other side and goes perfect. So we have already many things. It's important to push everything down as much as possible. Then just checking and supervising last things. Underwear. Where the underwear? Where? Is I'm usually putting, I have in terms of distribution 2 zips outside of the core of the backpack, and more or less I have one for socks, another for underwear, and I would say that this is the same, more or less the same size, and the weight as well. I I think that I bring around 7 underwears and 9 socks, technical socks that by the way, I have other podcasts that I'm talking about the socks. Have a look, because it's really important invest in a good sock. So I put it here. As you can notice, it's getting already nicer and nicer. This backpack getting volume, putting everything well attached. And then what we have here, this is, as I mentioned before, my plan B, that I'm gonna put it in the other side. As I mentioned, in terms of volume, the shirts are a bit bigger than the previous one. And now, this is something that I need on the top. Pyjama as well, something important, and it's a tip for all of you. I put it in the blue bag, the flip-flops and the pyjama, and then every day when I arrive is on the top. I take it, I take all the things for the shower and everything. Well distributed. I get a couple of simple bags, and in terms of saving time and distribution, I don't need to remove everything to get to the point that is going to the shower. So it helps me and put everything in perspective, and it's not a waste of time. This, you have to remember that I am doing it twice a day. The day that I am leaving, I have to put everything back, and the day that I am arriving to a new place as well, I need to pick the things, and obviously I don't want to remove everything. So if I put it on the top, I arrive to a new place, I remove it, I have a shower, I put the pyjama, and then decide if I want to pick up anything else or not. So this I put it on the top of the core part. And what do we have else? Dirty clothes as well in green, important to have a separate. And Sefini, we have it. Then on the top also I attach it a bit, because then you can see it much better. If I have a bit of food, I like to put it in a place where it's easy to reach and don't spend much time. So bit of food, sandwich, bit of fruit, nuts, etc., etc. Here. And on the top as well, as I mentioned in the beginning of the podcast, bottom and top you can put weight, but forget about putting really huge quantities of weight, because it's not really good for balance and for your body. Yes. So basically, what I put in this level of my backpack are things that I needed in all my travels. If I stop to do a recording or any video, some cables for the GoPro, etc., etc. I put it there, easy to reach. I put it here. Really, really helpful. Imagine that I'm stopping after 3 hours and I need to switch batteries or whatever. I just zip it and I have it. Then a bit of extra food, I could put it here with the other one, or my plan B. My plan B zip is this one. We have 2 big ones, glasses, and also some things about the GoPro. Small, not really too heavy. I like to put it here as well. Important. Glasses. And this is one of the last tips that we're gonna do today. Our feet suffers quite a lot. However, there is a potential solution to to do a bit of massage every night. That is having a paddle or tennis ball with you. Is really not heavy at all, and also you can have a bit of fun yourself or playing with others. But basically, this time it is to massage your feet. You stand up, you put it and you roll your feet on the ball, and it's massaging, and it's really pleasant exercise, really cheap, really economical. It's not heavy at all, and it's a really nice, cool thing to do. And I put it here, and that's all. And more or less, this is how it looks like. It is quite a huge one. As I mentioned, 85 liters. Depends how much food and water I am bringing with me, depending the route, is between 15 and 17 kilos. Quite a big one, but for this kind of adventures, are totally worth it and needed. I hope that you take some notes about tips and tricks for the composition of a backpack for long journeys like mine, for months. And I hope that you liked the video and it was useful. Please subscribe to the channel, click like in all my podcasts. I'm trying to read all your suggestions. I'm really grateful for that. So please keep doing it. If you have any curiosity or I can explain you anything regarding this adventure that can be useful for you, for your own adventure, please contact me. Euklyptus is there for you, and share with your colleagues and friends, and see you next time. Yes? Ciao, ciao.